capacity. These threatened resources provided vital goods and services that sustain humans, animals, and plants. The Center for Environmental Stewardship aims at building the capacity of the communities to engage in environmental best practices. The Environmental Education Program entails public awareness and education on various topical environmental issues. The program targets varied audiences from grassroots to the national policy-making levels with the sole aim of enhancing the basic understanding of the environment, the drivers and impacts of various environmental challenges facing our country. Specifically, the target groups are primary, secondary, and college students, youth groups, men and women self-help groups, community-based organizations, decision and policymakers. Under this program, the Center for Environmental Stewardship has continuously aimed at developing and nurturing stewards for the environment. We plant the seeds of environmental stewardship to the youth. More than 10 environmental clubs have been formed in learning institutions in Kajiado North constituency. This is a capacity building program for natural resource managers. These are leaders at various decision-making levels who influence how natural resources are used. Under this program, Center for Environmental Stewardship has secured funding from ACT, formerly PACT Kenya. The fund project is entitled Strengthening Governance and Wise Use of Natural Resources in Meru and Tharaka Nithi counties, Kenya. The project has continuously equipped community forest associations and water resource users associations in Meru and Tharaka Nithi counties with knowledge on forest and water resources, governance, and build their advocacy skills. There has been training in various parts of Meru and Tharaka Nithi counties where participants drawn from water resource user association leaders, the catchment management officers, Tana catchment area, and the hydrologist, Ministry of Water and Irrigation. These meetings also include the media as stakeholders specific focusing on the Water Act 2002 and the Water Management Rules 1999. In the empowerment meetings, the Center for Environmental Stewardship brings on board participants comprising of Njuring Cheke leaders, religious leaders, civil society leaders, and the media. The meetings are aimed at influencing the participants to participate, contribute, and support the local communities in governance and management of forests and water resources. Center for Environmental Stewardship held an experiential visit to Ngarindare Forest. Here, the participants were 30 leaders from community forest associations in Meru and the Tharaka Nithi county. The CFA members had a chance to see the ecotourism activities done by Ngarindare Community Forest Association like canopy walk and rope climbing. CES also does organize many other experimental visits to the CFAs in areas where water conservation activities are improved. Participants learn a lot from use of common intakes, protections of riparian and catchment areas, fish farming, greenhouse farming, mechanization, climate adaptation, strategies like use of biogas, groundwater harvesting in water pumps, to farming practice like minimum tillage and composting. Participants promised to replicate what they had learned in their Water Resource Users Association. Center for Environmental Stewardship is partnering with Kithoka Twanjai Forest Community Forest Association, an umbrella body made of 18 self-help groups based in Lower Imenti of Meru County on a project titled Integrated Community Management of Lower Imenti Forest Ecosystem. The 2-year project is supported by Community Development Trust Fund under their Community Environment Facility through a grant from the European Union. Under this program, CES has held a set of trainings and climate mitigation activities such as development of trees, nurseries, and rehabilitation of degraded forest. In addition, community livelihoods and enterprises development such as beekeeping, tissue culture, bananas, and cassava growing as a climate adaptation strategy for food security and income generation. All these capacity building and empowerment activities for natural resource managers and communities are geared towards strengthening citizens' participation in natural resource governance while improving community livelihoods. CES, in partnership Kenya Water, Energy, Cleanliness and Health, is a member of the campaigns by the Ministry of Environment, Water and Natural Resources, the Nairobi County, UNEP, UN Habitat to clean the environment. This organization, under the umbrella of Wetlands for Community Livelihoods, has come up with a project to establish artificial wetlands along Gong River, about 150 meters downstream of Outring Bridge, to purify the highly polluted water. The campaign is to respond to the increasing concerns on the health implication of the highly contaminated vegetables farmed along this polluted river. CS also works closely with Act Change Transform Act, Kenya Forest Working Group KFWG, and Amani Communities Africa ACA, among others. CES works with government ministries like Ministry of Environment, Water and Natural Resources, Ministry of Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries, and agencies like National Environmental Management Authority Kenya, Kenya Forest Service, Kenya Wildlife Service, and Kenya Resource Management Authority. The challenge we face is the funding base, which is limited